Hi guys, so something that really grinds my gears is hypocrisy and political opportunism. So I want to show you a tweet by Tory MP Robert Largan from the constituency of High Peak. Now what's the problem here, you may ask? Well, I want to show you what he was up to last Thursday. Now you can see in his tweet it says, I spent Thursday morning volunteering at Hadfield Bellies Not Bins, putting together weekly food packages to local families in need. Together with someone. It's a brilliant initiative supported by some wonderful donors, and all the volunteers are lovely. So Robert was at basically a food bank, some charity that provides food packages for people, families in need. Now, why are these families in need? Well, some of them are probably on universal credit, but because universal credit doesn't pay them enough, they have to resort to food banks. Some of these people are working and on universal credit, and they still don't earn enough to buy food, so they have to resort to a food bank. Now, why are they not receiving enough money? Well, because the government have decided that they don't deserve any more money. So if they don't have enough money, because the government have decided that they don't deserve it, then they have to resort to food banks. And you have a member of parliament from the Conservative Party who are in charge, who have been in charge since 2010, going to a food bank to put together food parcels. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, look, don't be so harsh on Robert. He's a Tory, but he probably voted, when it came to his chance to vote against the government to make sure that children didn't go hungry, or that there was enough money for people so they didn't actually have to resort to food banks. Well, of course, you'd be disappointed, because this is Robert's voting record, and I'll leave a link in the description, of course, so you can check it out yourself. So you can see the name at the top here, Robert Largan MP, High Peak. If we go all the way down here, there was a vote on the 21st of October last year, free school meals during school holidays, and Robert voted no. Then there was another vote here. It says COVID-19 economic support package, which was to help people who are struggling during the pandemic, not just about food, but struggling in general. And he voted no, to give extra support to people during the pandemic. So he's happy to vote to make sure that poor children don't get extra free school meals during a time where they don't have actually access to food. And he voted to not help people during the pandemic when there was the opportunity, but he's still going to the food bank in order to get his photograph taken with volunteers putting food together in a package. Now, look, I want to be clear here. I'm not criticizing the food bank. I think they're doing a wonderful job. They're actually doing the job of government. They're doing the job that government can't be bothered to do. Food banks should not exist. Food banks are a demonstration that government is not working. And I'm not just picking on the UK here. Food banks anywhere demonstrate that government has failed. Because if government works correctly, then we shouldn't have to rely on volunteers to feed families, to feed poor people. Poverty shouldn't exist in the first place, but even if it did, it shouldn't be at a stage where people who are working, who are on welfare, are going to food banks in order to feed their families. And the fact that you have a Tory MP going to a food bank, volunteering, I don't know how often he does this, but as I said on numerous occasions, this is irrelevant to the bigger issue here. Poverty shouldn't exist. The government have the means to wipe it out. Food poverty shouldn't exist. The government have the means to wipe it out. And if there are people who are on welfare and people who are on welfare and working, it's unbelievable that they have to resort to a food bank. And once again, the fact that there's a Tory MP at a food bank, is he not embarrassed? How does he hold his head up high? How does he pose for a photo? How can he stand there and say, look, yes, take a photo of me at a food bank something that I have helped to create, or I have a situation where I have created that it's necessary to have a food bank? Am I the only one who sees the absurdity of this? Let me know in the comments, and guys, in the comment section. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?